I know, I saw the man who lost his daughter down at Parkland, and I know how he feels.
I relate to the enormity of losing your child when you shouldn't. I totally relate to that, and the families have no idea how long the journey is.
I know what the people are going through. I know what they're going through. You know, and some of these shootings, I mean, they're different than mine. This was, you know, I mean, he was just a bitter man. Where I think that some of the other shootings are people who just are mentally disturbed.
I try to write letters to parents of students, in particular kids who've been murdered. And I have 17 I have to write right now for Florida.
The man who shot Terry and the Corporons, he was just, I mean, he was just a racist, and he wanted to prove some odd point on people they didn't even know.
And our shooter was hate, and he'd had hate his whole life against blacks and Jews and anybody that was different from him. And all kinds of people know about it. He'd been in the witness protection program. I mean, all kinds of people knew that this guy was not to have guns and not to be around people, and yet no one was watching him at that time. So they all bother me. They bother me in different ways for different reasons. And obviously they all bother me because of loss of life. They all connect because of loss of life. And I know just the painstaking days that are to follow for the families.
I believe some of the other shootings are just people who, they're mentally ill. And we don't have facilities or help for people like that.
People might need more, and we're not giving them more because in the last decade, we've been told, stay out of it. Don't, you know, they're not your child, you're not supposed to do something. You know, that's not your responsibility, just keep to yourself. Well, but when we keep to ourselves and people spin out of control, like the shooter in our instance, he was spinning out of control, and he was evidently telling people that he thought he was gonna die, and he wanted to kill Jews before he died. And people knew he had guns in his house and knew that he wasn't supposed to have guns in his house. So when is someone gonna say something?
But I think what we really need is education. Educating people is where we need to be, because somewhere along the way, we've lost, I believe, an education in this country that makes people think more critically, and how we have people who are less rational about a lot of things. But that's where we need to start. Education is where it is, because without education, we really have nothing.